Kings and queens, it is me, King Stevian. Let me get this Bluetooth right here. Okay, so this is your 9-8 number part 2. Okay? Now, that's one of the kings that got his number today. Okay? Peace and blessings to you, King Jaquel. Okay? There's a lot of questions, a lot of things going around dealing with this 9-8 number. And it's a bunch of other numbers. So I'm on here to go in depth with it. Because a lot of people are making this so difficult, and it's not. I understand we all want to be careful. That's one of the reasons why I waited. I always wait till the spirit move before I go jumping and doing anything. So if that's what you're doing, fine. But when it comes to a lot of the questions, some of the things is just not worth asking. I'm being honest. I understand I heard some people say there's no silly question. You know what I'm saying? You're right. And there's no silly answer either. Now, like I said, if you're being careful, I respect that. 100. Okay? Now, I'm going to break this thing down. So, every last one of you, get your SS4 form. Now, if y'all listen to the last video about the 9-8 on my page, you will hear that I asked the question because there's always been a debate about the SS4 or, you want to use another form. So I asked the dude, and he said it can be used for it. Pretty much, he broke it down. And at the end of that video, he also said if you got to make any edits, there's a certain form you can use as well. Some that no one ever talked about. So before, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the form now. So that way y'all guys can do it right. Step by step. Now know that there is a fax number that you can fax this to. Okay? But I believe they will test you. One thing I forgot to say on the last video, guys, because I was interrupted by the recording, so I had to go ahead and put the phone to the recording. When you call, hit *67 first, then dial the number. *67, then the number to the IRS. Okay? Because your number, if your number pop up, they already know. They're gonna screen you. They're gonna try you. They're gonna feel already that you're not foreign. So if it's a private number, they don't know where you're calling from. Maybe a 1-800 number is fine. Maybe you get the app with the foreign number. But yes, you do have to have some type of foreign number. And I was gonna ask Queen Camilla, did she call with *67 or how did she call? Okay. And she might have just been blessed by the Most High just to go straight in with the domestic number. Okay. But *67 the number, guys. Let me go here. And I'm going to hold my form out. Just like they tell you at the IRS. You got the form in front of you. I'm going to ask you, do you got the form in front of you? Okay. Let's go here. Now, the first place they went is 8A. And it says, is this application for a limited liability company? You're going to check no. And since that's no, you're going to go to 8B and you're going to scratch a line through that. N/A. Big. N/A. Okay? Now, 8A is yes, no. And so you're going to go here and put no. We're going to go and knock that out right now. Let's go back up. Well, let's go down because they're going to ask reason for applying. And your reason is when you call them. The first thing you're going to say is, I am, whatever your name is, king this, king that, such and such. I am what? Applying for a foreign 98 number or foreign EIN number for my foreign grantor's trust. Foreign grantor's trust. So you're going to check that box, created a trust, specify type, and you're going to put foreign grantor's trust. You can look that up and see how to spell that. All right. Now, some people may put other and put foreign grantor's trust there. It don't matter. Okay. Line 1, you don't got to worry about that. Because they're not going to ask all that. Now, you don't got to worry about that at all. Line 2. Trade name of business. It says it's different from name on line 2. You ain't going to worry about that. Line 2 is going to be your birth certificate name, the full name. First, middle, last. And your middle is really part of your first, but you're going to say first, middle, last. And then after that, you're going to put trust. Okay? Trust. First, middle, last, trust. If you got 4 names, and you're going to put it all there, you're going to put trust at the end. Okay? Now I'm going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, all this stuff there. Okay. You are the trustee. You're going to put trustee there. And it also got care of. Because you can put King Jojo care of. And that can be whatever name your estate is. Okay? So if you got King Jojo and your name is King Bobo, it's going to be King Bobo care of King Jojo estate. That's if you want to do it that way. Or you could just say trustee. Okay? It's up to you. Now, if they ask where is the estate that is care of, you're going to say it's over there in the United States. Now, I'm just going to go down here. If they ask for that number, make sure you have your 85 number, 84, 83, whatever you want to call it, number handy. A state number handy, just in case. Just have it on deck, just in case they ask. Don't tell them, only if they ask. Okay? Now, let's go back up. We're going to go over 4A. Mailing address. Don't do a dang thing fancy. All the care of, all that. You can do care of if they let you do it, but keep it simple. Give them whatever your address is in the United States, okay? Along with the zip code, okay? The city, the state, zip code. That's 4A, 4B. It says if foreign, see instructions. Now, let me give y'all a hint. Right now, you can use that foreign address that you're using over here as your mailing address. And I'm going to tell you how you do it. Soon as you step off the phone with them, or even before you get on the phone with them, go to your local post office and do an address change in the name of the estate only. Okay? And that you're going to do an address change from the foreign address to your United States address. So everything's going to be forwarded right to the United States. That's how you get around that. Okay? Now, we're going to go over to 5A, 5B. That's your foreign address right there. Street name, no P.O. boxes, city, state, use their zip code. I know in Kenya the zip code comes before the actual city and the state or country name. They're different. 6, county or state where principal business is located. Okay, so you're going to say it's in the same city, state here, or country over here. All right. 7, responsible party. Since you are the trustee right here in 3, your name goes here in 7A. Right here, the word trustee goes here. Over here, your name goes. Now, y'all guys who's doing in a foreign estate, because you do want a foreign estate as well, just in case you die. And I know me, I'm preparing to go to Kenya or one of the places in Africa. So my state will already be established, okay? Since I got money coming over there, so it'll go over there, okay? So as far as the estate, you'll be the executor in line 3 if you're doing one for a foreign estate, okay? Now, we're going to go to 8A. Is this application for a limited liability company? We already checked no. So let's skip it. Okay? And you do want to double check your stuff as you doing this. Okay, we did 9A. 9B, the answer was what? No, it's not a corporation. So you're going to check N/A all the way through this. Okay? Reason for applying, you know what we did? We did the trust and we did the type of trust. Or if you check other, you still put the foreign grantor's trust. Date established. I did mine last year. Because that's actually mine was actually started 6 years ago. Because I got funds that are just sitting over there right now for the last 6 years in Kenya. But I did mine for last year. Okay? And you could do yours for last year. You could do it today, yesterday. I haven't really heard no one say it was established 25 years ago. I haven't heard that. Now, 13, you're going to put 0 for agriculture, 0 household, 0 other for employees. Now, the reason why, because sometimes it gets very difficult when you put yes, that you're going to have 1 employee. Now, you can if you want. But these are only for the domestic, not the foreign. So if you're going to have someone in the United States working, you put yes. Now, yes, my daughters, my sons will be doing some things with the estate over here and the trust over here. So I will go back in and edit. At the end of the last video, he gave us the name of the form that you use to go in and make edits. Okay? So you can put 0, make it simple, plain. I'm giving you what I gave them so that way you can go straight through. You can always call and set up another one if you need to. Okay, 14. Now, wait a minute, let's go to 12. Excuse me. Closing month of accounting year, December. If you're a Christian, you want to go back some months to what it is. I want to say, is it? No, it's not August. It would actually be March. Okay? But I put December. So, you don't have to worry about checking that box. 14. First date wages, you don't have to worry about that. If you're going to do that, then that's up to you. 16, you ain't got to worry about none of that. Okay, skip that. Indicate principal line of merchandise sold. You don't have to worry about none of that. Just put trust there. They ain't going to ask you that no way. 18, have you ever applied or had an EIN or a social? Your answer is no. You don't have a social. It belongs to the Social Security Administration. It also is an account number that is not yours. Did you create a number? Did you go do like Lotto and roll the balls till the numbers start popping up? That's my number. Did you put a patent on that number? Did you file that in the county? Did you do a copyright on that number? Well, it ain't yours, nigga. Excuse me. You don't have to sign this at all. Now, if you're going to fax it over to them, then you're going to have to sign it. So that's it. That is it with this. Okay. Let me think of what other questions. Go back to the video I did on the 9/8, and you can hear what other questions he might ask. But that's it. That is it. You want I already gave you about the foreign addresses. Now, you're going to want to find an address that's not part of the Hague. So let me do this. That's what I'm going to do. Let me go to... don't want to show Queen Anaya's email. But she gave me... Let's go here. Go straight there real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, Rwanda is not part of the Hague. Okay? And this is what I'm going to do for y'all. I'm going to go... Oh, shoot. I didn't want to do that. I'm going to go down and I'm going to find out which ones are part of the Hague. Okay? Oops. I'm doing this for y'all so y'all can have it. Y'all can understand what addresses are y'all going to use. What countries. It says Rwanda is part of the Hague Convention. So, no, you don't want that. You do not want that one. So, oops, let's go back. Answer is no with that one. So, whoever did that, you need to go back again and get the right one. So, that's Rwanda. Botswana. Let's check out Botswana. Botswana. Let's see. That's not what I wanted there. Botswana is not part of the Hague, guys. Use Botswana. Okay? Botswana. That's in Africa. So, let's go over here. Let's see the other ones. Rwanda is part. So, one of the kings used that. You need to correct that, buddy. Mauritius. Let's see. Let's see, is they part of the Hague? Is the fourth state in Africa, along with Egypt, Morocco, South Africa, to become a member of the Hague. So as all y'all screaming about Morocco, Morocco is part of the Hague. Okay? Now, Egypt just became, they didn't used to, because I remember they was pending. So now, yeah. And South Africa, most of South Africa is. So you want to go to North Africa. Okay? So let's go to the other. Mauritius is part of The Hague. Mauritius and Rwanda is part of The Hague. Don't use those. Now, Namibia, I don't think Namibia is. And Namibia actually is part of The Hague. So, dang. Seychelles. I don't like that. Copy link. I don't want to copy the link. Just want to copy the word. Let's see. All right. Seychelles. Look like they are. Dang, they've been doing some work to get Africa in, I tell you. I don't think they are. Seychelles Judicial Travel U.S. Apparently so. Then it should be legalized by the correct authority that was created. Yeah, they are part of The Hague aspects. It is a member of The Hague. Okay, so let's keep moving. So we only got one place so far, guys. Ethiopia is not. Ethiopia is not. Okay. So who do we have so far? Ethiopia and Botswana. Okay. Morocco, we already know is part of The Hague. It said it. Lesotho. Let's see. Lesotho. Sounds Spanish. God dang. Man, they working hard to get Africa up in there. Dang. Gee. I think Zambia wasn't. Because I thought we did it was about 3 that wasn't. God dang. And there's more countries too, but we're doing the top 10. Dang. Zambia is too. Now we know Kenya's not. But when I was looking today at some houses in Kenya, I was like, dang. Yep, Kenya's not. So we got 3 guys. Kenya, Ethiopia. All right. And your Botswana. So out of the top 10 countries, those 3 are not part of The Hague. I'm going to say them one more time so you can go look up some addresses. Botswana. Okay. That's one of the places you're going to use. Ethiopia, which I read about Ethiopia. They said these people are mean. No, that's Egypt they said was mean, not Ethiopia. And Kenya. I would use Kenya since I have a great relationship with Kenya. I know people in Kenya. So I would definitely suggest that to you. Matter of fact, I developed a relationship with a guy today in Kenya, talking about houses and stuff. So you guys just start reaching out to these people in these countries. If you're gonna be dealing with Kenya, if your trust gonna be, start developing relationships. Go on one of the real estate or even their social network places. Groups on Facebook, develop relationships. Okay. So that it is. So what I'm finna do, I'm finna go over to something else I wanted to show y'all. I hope it did not. That's not it. I think we are over here. Nope. That is fidelity. I didn't want to go to fidelity either. My goodness. It was 9-8 number. So this is the site I want to go to right here. angelnumber.org. Now, I'm going to break this down. I'm just going to read it, actually. Do you see the number 9-8 everywhere? And that is beginning to frighten you. You don't know what that means. And it says, you worry it might be something bad. Don't worry. There's nothing to be afraid of. Guardian angel. I'm not going to read verbatim because you got people that come at you about the writings. You see what it means. Energy and attributes of 9 and 8. Humanitarianism, serving others. Of course, that lines up with the scriptures. So, heaven on earth, okay? First commandment, loving God, is done by you loving yourself and your neighbor, which is the second commandment, okay? This is the spiritual part of it. So everybody who's running getting these 9-8 numbers who don't believe in God, but you want to get a 9-8 number, you wonder why things ain't working out for you. Yeah. Anyway, universal, spirit laws, philanthropy, generosity, souls, living soul. That's where your deed poll play part. You separate from the corporate, which is dead. The number 8 signifies inner wisdom, intuition, manifestation, wealth. Boom. So, like I was saying before, you get this number so that way you can operate as a foreign soul to the dead, and you bringing people back to life. The disciples' job was to go out and win people over to the Lord so that way they can do what they did and they can go out and do good for others. Let me turn on this AC in this car. Getting hot in here. Okay, so talk about skills, talents, signifies creating something of lasting value, of benefit to humanity, institutions, roads, building roads. I'm not going to agree with that. Acquisition of property, but having the general well-being of the humankind in mind. The 9-8 signifies efficiency, building humanitarian balance. Now, this is coming from a corporate point of view, a standpoint. We are just to do for others, reveal the truth to them, and that's our job, folks. Now, as I was talking to one of the kings on the phone right before I started this video, we was talking about, and I'm going to break this down to y'all. Since a lot of y'all don't know about the estate, a lot of y'all don't know about the 9-8 numbers, a lot of y'all just don't know where to begin, why you need to be up out of this system totally. Why am I trying to get you totally out of this system and not just get you off child support? Child support means you're marked. That means you're dead. They're labeling you as dead. They're labeling your child as dead. They're labeling your baby mama or your ex-wife is dead. And if y'all are dead, then the scripture says, let the dead bury the dead. If the dead bury the dead, then you only go in one place, and that is hell. Okay? You're not alive. And if you're not alive, then you have no light to shine. If you have no light to shine, that means you have no word in you. So our job is to live, let our light shine by giving out the word, putting the word in those that are dead, and those coming back to life with the word, which is the oil. You rub the oil on the dead man and you bring them back to life, and then their light begins to shine because now they're telling their testimony of how they came back to life. So what am I doing? I am putting oil on all of you so that way you can come back to life, and now you give your testimony, that's that word, and now you're bringing others back to life. Okay? Now, if you're dead, you can't control an estate. You can't. Because you're dead. That's why it's an estate. And so the dead is running all over your estate. They're doing whatever they can. They're having fun in hell. So what you got to do is be alive, come alive, and then come back and say, hey, daddy's home. Like when Jesus came back, when Jesus was coming, and the devil said, why you tormenting us? You know? And he sent them out into the pigs, the dirt, scum of the earth. Okay? That's what we got to do. We got to send these people where they belong, into the pigs. Now, get off my estate. My estate is, and I'm just imitating Christ, is that body that you're trying to torment. You are in God's property. Get out. So now those devils are off, and now they're going into the pigs of the earth, and now that person's back alive. They don't have that demon on them no more. They're not labeled dead anymore. That estate belongs to God. All the taxes that are being paid goes into that estate, which was passed down from their father, their mother, their great mother, their great great grandmother. Those birth certificates keep a link going back to where your land is, and that's how they know where the taxes go when you pay taxes, because those houses are not God's property. Think about it. If you look at the video where the foreign guy was talking about the mortgage, and they got you labeled as a tenant. Okay? Why do they got you labeled as a tenant? You know what? U.S. are doing something right, and I got to give it to them for that one. They're actually doing things right, but we're fussing them like they're doing something wrong. When people fuss at the United States for labeling them as a tenant in the house, they're not doing wrong. They're doing right, because you are a tenant. If you got a house, you are a tenant. That's not your house. That's your land, maybe. Maybe the reason why you can't own that land and you have to be a tenant is because that land that house is upon is the natural land that belongs to who? The natural people of this earth, of their estates. We don't know who it belonged to. So that's going to have to go when the real people of this land come back. So those houses are going to have to be torn down. You see in the scripture where it says God's going to tear down these buildings. Well, that's why. It's the God in us who's going to tear down these buildings once we find out which land is ours. It's gone. So the taxes that you pay on that house is really going into escrow of that actual land, which is going into your estate. I hope y'all got that. Now, when you claim your estate, you're claiming all the taxes that they pay for people being on your land. This is why McDonald's bill whatever they bill on top of wherever. That's why all these roads are being built, because what's on top is the actual corporation. What's below is the natural man's land. So when people say, oh, I'm back on the land, are you back in Africa? Because in most parts of Africa, you go over there are no roads. There are roads in a lot of places. But that's when the corporate people come in and they're trying to build these death towns, because that's all it is. The natural people had huts, tents, all that stuff. It's up to us what we want to build on that once we claim our actual land. So know what the estate is. All the taxes that people pay in, the foreigners pay in, goes into those accounts. And that's where your estate comes from, and that's why you liquidate it with your 966 and merge it with your 8832, your 85 and your 98 number. You got that? Now, with that being said, I hope y'all understand why the 98 is important. And I'm going to give you this one scripture, because as it says, let me go back to the scripture, because I gave the scripture out another day. Because you need to know this, and it's only right that I give you this, because it's the icing on the cake. Peter said unto him, let's go here. I don't like that scripture there. That book. So it's Matthew 17:26. I don't like the New King James Version at all. Okay, boom. Bear with me. Okay, Peter said unto him, of strangers. Jesus said unto him, then are the children exempt. I'm going to just do 17. Hmm. 24. And when they came to Capernaum, they that received tribute, money came to Peter and said, do not your master pay tribute? So what they were saying was, Christ was a foreigner, so he had to pay taxes. No. He said, yes. And when he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying, what thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children, or of strangers? Now let's pause for a second. I said this in the last one of the other videos. The children are the ones of the land. Okay? Now the strangers are, let's say, the Europeans that came over here. Okay, that are on our land. So I'm going to put this in part with, why are taxes paid on the house? Why is it listed that you are a tenant? Because you can't own that land. That land belongs to the children. Peter said unto him, of strangers, right? Jesus said unto him, then are the children free. Now he said, now within lest we should offend them, go thou to the sea and cast an hook and take up the fish that first cometh up, and when thou hast opened his mouth, thou shalt find a piece of money, that take and give unto them for me and thee. Now, with that last part, I want to show you that when the Lord blesses you, it's not for you to put it in your pocket. Okay? Guys who try to use the birth certificates, all that, that's not for you to put in your pocket. It's for you to do for others. He got it, and he said, take care of mine and take care of yours. So when you do, that goes back to the 98 number. The point about all the birth certificates, all the money and all that, is for you to do for others. You have land. Claim your land. The birth certificates and the monopoly money is just a distraction for us not to get into our land. Focus on your land. while you're playing with their monopoly money, doing for others. If we can use their monopoly money to do for others, do it. You still got your land, man. Anyway, I'm King Stevian. I hope I broke this down perfectly for y'all. Share this video. Share it. Okay? And for those that don't know, your birth certificate is where it starts. Okay? You need information, hit me up, 850-345-4120. I'm King Stevian of Cityside, representing the 100 Kings and 100 Queens. Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have a meeting. Join in. Join the Kings. Join the Queens. Let's get this thing done. Let's get it rolling. Let's do for humanity. Okay? All right? I'm out, guys.
It's time to take the world by fire. Troublesome 2020. King Stevian is still Jesus Christ all day, every day. Child support system will die. My God, take your